Oh no. Okay, hey guys, back again with my story number 2. I'm still wearing the same clothes because this is filmed immediately after that story because, anyway. Homecoming 2K14, right? Last year, right? I was at homecoming, and well, I wasn't there the whole time. Anyway, I was in high school, right? And it was my first time in high school because I was a freshman. I was 14 years old, and I had blonde hair. I was a human being. My eyes, I had 2 of them. I had 2 legs. I was wearing clothes a lot of the time. I was doing work at school. We had to learn things, right? And I had teachers, I had classes, right? And I was eating food like at least 3 times a day, and but maybe sometimes I would skip the first meal of the day because I didn't have enough time because again, I had to go to a large building full of adults who would say information to smaller humans. Anyway, gosh, what was I saying? Oh, right. During the homecoming dance, it is traditional for a male to look around the classroom and notice a female with attractive features, such as curly hair a little bit, maybe some paints on their eyes, and maybe some personality. Maybe they would tell a joke. The female would tell a joke, get out their personality, and then this is the more noble male is attracted to that. Anyway, obviously I'm basically the whole pack. I'm a female, and I'm basically the whole package of that. And then a male took notice and said, "Oh, look at that!" And then the tale has it, the man has to ask the female out to homecoming, right? They have to make the selection. It's just natural. It's called natural selection. And then, so I was sitting in the classroom, and then later on, because of time passed by, I was sitting in my friend's house. And then I was with that friend, and then I was with another friend who was also at the house. We all knew each other before, and then we all got together at the same house. And so we were in the place where one of my friends was living, but 2 of us didn't live there, basically. Anyway, my friend who was not living there said, "Hey, maybe I could sit with you guys at lunch, and maybe this male could sit with you at lunch." This male, I'm gonna give him a pseudonym. What's a good pseudonym? This male's name is... Man, I gotta think of something before time runs out. I only have 1 battery chunk left. This male's name is Orange. Wait, Kiwi. That's a thing that relates to things. Okay, anyway, Kiwi, right? She's like, "Oh, Kiwi's gonna sit next to you guys at lunch, and so am I." And then I was like, "What? Why? He's gross. He's in my English class." One time he said that you shouldn't do sports, and I'm like into martial arts, you know. And then she was like, "I'm so thirsty." She didn't say that. I said that. She was like, "He thinks you're cute." And I was like, "What?" Because commonly females feel that they're unattractive because of things we're looking at. And then I was like, "What? Me? Who? No way! Ah!" And then they were like, "No, girl, no, you're the cutest, you're the cute." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, now I understand. I'm looking at a mirror, I understand I am very attractive, it's obvious." Anyway, so I got his number, he got my number, and then we were texting, and I got the Snapchat too, and then we were texting and Snapchatting, and he was my #1 Snapchat best friend. And so basically wait, was he my #1? I don't even remember. So, and then hungry. want to eat dinner. I was like, oh, I guess he's okay. I mean, I can't say I'm attracted to him, but I wasn't the one who made the selection, and I have to do it against my will. So, anyway, later on, he asked me to, we never spoke face to face, we only spoke digitally, because that's how you do it these days. Anyway, he's like, comes to my locker after school, and he's like, first, he's like talking to me, and then he's like, hey, want to go to homecoming with me? And I was like, sure, yeah. And then, wait, no, he said this whole, like, hey, I really like you, I want to date you, I think you're really cute, and I want to go to homecoming with you. And I was like, sure, because I can't say I really wanted to date him, but, you know, having a homecoming date, like, that's a thing I have to do, or I'll be fed to the big moth mother. And so I was like, oh, sure, yeah. And then we were walking the hall, he's like, yeah, I know it's kind of lame, and I mean, I really just wanted to do it today for some reason, but I forgot a thing, but I just didn't wait until the next day because I'm stupid. And then I was like, okay. So I basically interpreted that as him wanting to ask me again, and I was so like, ew, and I was like, please don't ask me again, that's super weird. He's like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna give you a thing. So then he came the next day, and he was like, oh wait, he didn't even give this to me, he gave it to his friend. He also has a friend, and it was goldfish, favorite blessed goldfish, which I said I didn't like, and then he was like, what? And I was like, oh, it's just because I didn't try before, but I had, and I really don't like it. And then he gave that to me, and then he gave me this note that was basically in Arabic, I guess, and then it had a dolphin with some bombs on it. So that's a really red flag there. Anyway, I just kind of I decoded the alien language, and he said, this is just so you, I can't believe you said yes, even though I didn't. I said, sure. So he's like, oh, I can't believe you said yes, I'm so happy, oh my gosh. And then I ate the one of the goldfish, and I was like, this is so gross. Oh my gosh. And then I left it in my room because I didn't want to make it obvious that I threw it out. And then he was like, something. Oh, I was like, I don't really like the goldfish. And he was like, hey, well, you know, I really like original better too, but at least you have the opportunity to try it. And I was like, yeah, yep. And then, I don't know why I want to say I went downstairs. Oh, right. So then my friend, who was the one who was the owner of the house that I was at, was now at my house because it was like a reverse situation. And then she, without me there, without my permission, she was like, oh my gosh, Claire got asked to homecoming. And then my parents were like, what? No! No dating! Because I think they misinterpreted the school situation where if you don't get asked, you're eaten alive. I don't think they wanted me to be eaten alive, just a disclaimer. And so they said, no, I mean, I guess you can go to homecoming with them so you can avoid, like I explained to them that I would have died, I would have been killed, and then they're like, okay, I guess you can go to homecoming with him, or like just accept him being asked to, but you cannot date him. And then it was like, excuse me, sir, to him on the telephone. I was texting, like, and I was like, excuse me, sir, I cannot date you, but we can still hang out, and I can still go to homecoming with you. And he was like, well, now I want you to die, right? Because I just want to date you, right? And so I want you to be fed to the evil moth queen, and I don't want to go to homecoming with you anymore because you won't date me. And I was like, well, it's just my parents. And they were like, okay. He was like, okay, I don't really have any parents. I just have, like, aliens that watch over me. And I was like, okay, I don't really see what this has to do with it. And he's like, we just really don't have the same intentions. And I was like, well, then I guess we shouldn't go together. And he was like, okay. But, however, I didn't realize the rules were that you could be asked, but you didn't necessarily have to say yes, and you still wouldn't be eaten alive. So I actually did survive that, fortunately. And I don't know, I just had a fun time, kind of. I don't even remember what happened at homecoming. Probably because they always wipe your memory with the last, presentation thing. They wipe your memory so you don't know the things. I don't even know what happened. That was evil that they had to hide from us. I don't know if this happens at everyone's school, because it definitely didn't happen this year to me, but they'll just have a big memory wipe across everyone. I don't know. And so basically that's the end of the story, I guess. Sorry. Bye. It was not really that interesting.